Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. Little things make a big difference in online dating. I learned some things when I was online talking to the woman that I eventually married back in 2015. And it was all a new experience for me. So I wanted to be able to share some things that can maybe help you if you are in or want to be in or considering being in an online relationship with a woman far, far away. Could be the Philippines, could be anywhere, so that you can grow close enough to go meet each other and then hopefully one day get married. So I would say, is kind of like with going to work, be prompt. You're not going to impress your employer or your online, person that you want to get to know by being late to chats. If you're supposed to chat at an agreed time, 8 a.m. or 9 p.m. I just think it helps if both people are right there. Certainly if I'm the one pursuing somebody and I set up a chat for a certain time, I want to be there at that time, and she needs to be able to see that, yes, he must be serious about me. Why? Because he's paying attention to the little detail of being prompt. So that makes a good impression. Not only that, but don't miss chats entirely. Going back to the promptness, some of the women that I talked to early on were 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes late on the chats. And that's kind of a Filipino thing. You've heard about Filipino time. But still, I should say, try to be prompt. And don't miss chats by all means, unless you're very sick or some emergency comes up. You don't want to blow off a chat, because that, I don't know, I would draw a hard line there. If I was interested in somebody, or I was a woman with multiple people that were contacting me, I certainly probably wouldn't get back to somebody that just missed a chat or isn't on time. Also, try to seem interested. You might be a little nervous, a little uncomfortable about it early on, but you should make the impression that you're excited to see her. You're not trying to do, 2 or 3 other things, fiddling around while you're talking to her. You want to be able to just focus on her, keep your eyes on the camera, not be running around doing things like that. And that kind of focus would help, her get to know you better and make you seem more interested. And then, of course, in line with that, both should be talking. If one person's doing all the talking, or most of the talking, then you'd have to look into why that is. Is it the other person is still very, very shy to this relationship, or very shy in general? Maybe they're not sure if their language, the way they speak it, the way they speak English would make a good impression on the guy. But if it goes on for too long, that could be a bad sign. So both should be talking. Be a good listener. Absolutely imperative to be a good listener. You don't want to be distracted and then, what was that again? Again, what was that? That shows a lack of interest. So pay attention. If you just focus on talking to that person, not doing anything else with your hands or anything else in your mind, that, be prepared so that you're there to listen to each other. Also, know her profile. I'm sure there's people that contact women and get to know them, and they really didn't even bother looking at their profile. But I don't know, I took a lot of time to put into mine, and I would like someone to read mine, and hopefully, the women out there, Filipinas, if you're looking for a woman from the Philippines, would appreciate knowing that the guy looked at her profile and was able to make some comments to her. That would be a good icebreaker. Also, remember details. If you have to take notes, please do. Most of us are going to have to. Put their name down, or their number, whatever helps you to be able to locate them, and make some details, family, the age, education, what she does for a living, number of siblings, information like that. And also look presentable. I guess if you look kind of grimy or something because you've been, working all day, try to take a shower, get freshened up, put some decent clothes on. Just don't wear rags or anything like that. Be presentable when you're doing these webcams. And by the way, I shouldn't have to say this, but I will. The webcamming is more important than the texting. I think it's so important to move as quickly as possible. Let me know what you think. To webcamming. The texting is nice. It's a little bit easier than webcamming, but I just think that's where you're going to really learn and observe things you can't tell on text. So do the webcam. Try to press for them as soon as possible. Look presentable. And I'll end here with my little pet peeve. Try to spell properly when you're communicating with her. Otherwise, it looks like you're in a big hurry and you're not really interested in what you say to her, or maybe you don't know how to spell. I don't know, but it might make a bad impression if half the words are misspelled or something. And I guess while I'm thinking of that, maybe try not to use too much slang or acronyms or stuff like that, so you can have a mature conversation. But let me know what you think. Those are just some things I jotted down about the little things that can make a big difference in an online relationship.